Hey YouTube, I forgot to record my loose Super Nintendo games and Super Famicom games last time I recorded my my rest of my Super Nintendo games. So yeah, here's just a quick run through of my loose games that I don't have cased. ActRaiser 2, sequel to ActRaiser obviously, more of a platformer game, removed the simulation aspects from the first game. I think it has a password save instead of battery backup too. It's a good game. R-Type 3, the Third Lightning. This is probably one of the best shooters for the Super Nintendo. I love this game, R-Type 3. It's Jalco's one of their best games they ever released ever. Love it. This is Super Earth Defense Force. Has nothing at all to do with the Earth Defense Force series for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. But yeah, this is just a generic shooter. Yeah. Another Jalco game. High Score presents Super Battle Tank 2. Now, High Score was a local used video game store that they decided to write their name in. It looks like whiteout. Yeah. I don't like it very much. I picked this up for $1. Moving on. Here is, for Super Famicom, here is Puzzle Bobble, or Bust-A-Move 1. Now, I have this game in another format, actually. Let's hang on a sec. There's this Puzzle Bobble, and then there's this Puzzle Bobble. Now, people who know what this is already know what it is, but in case you don't, this game is a Neo Geo NBS cartridge. See? Neo Geo NBS Puzzle Bobble. It kind of dwarfs the Super Famicom version. just a bit, eh? Anyway, moving on. Here is Tales of Fantasia. Tales of Fantasia is the first Tales of game. Namco released this for the Super Famicom. It was later released for the Game Boy Advance, and that version eventually got translated in English, and a lot of people don't like the English translation because it's very inaccurate, but yeah, here's the original Japanese version. Pretty awesome. Then I have Roadrunners, or I have Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. I always forget what this game is called. It's basically an awesome Roadrunner platformer game for the Super Nintendo. And my last game is my Super Nintendo Power Pack. This is the SNES Power Pack from RetroUSB.com. RetroZone's Power Pack is basically just like the NES version. It's compact flash. You know, you take your card. This happens to be a 1 gig card. You take your card, you plug it into the top of the cartridge, and you basically can load Super Nintendo ROMs onto the cartridge and play basically every Super Nintendo game on the cartridge. Now, there are some examples of games that won't work, such as games that use the Super FX chip or use other special chips, but by and large, you have about at least 2,000 games for the Super Nintendo that will play on this, including all but just a few of all of my Super Nintendo games that I own. Now, a few of them, like I said, that use the special chips won't play on this, but by and large, the rest will. It also has support for Game Genie, 5 codes instead of the usual 3. Yeah, I'm not going to really do a review on it right now, but the Super NES Power Pack is just awesome. You have to have this game if you have a lot of Super Nintendo games. If you don't, I'd recommend checking out the original games first, because you know, you kind of lose something if you don't have the actual game cartridges. But yeah, this game is kind of awesome. It will play on both a Super Nintendo and a Super Famicom. The cartridge is designed to fit both units, so yeah, there's no modifications needed to play this at all. Well, anyway, that's my Super Nintendo and Super Famicom roundup. So yeah, check it out, YouTube. Peace.